Hi everyone, and welcome back to World of Warships Blitz with Terry. Today we're looking at this beauty, the British Tier 6 premium battleship, the mighty Warspite. This is the original Warspite's been around since the First World War, and she was fighting in the famous Battle of Jutland. And this, I think, is a really good warship in World of Warships Blitz. She is very similar to the German Tier 6 battleship, the Bayern. So let's have a quick look and see what she can do. She's got 41,000 hit points, and she's got really good armor. She's got really good torpedo damage reduction. She's got a speed of 23 knots, decent maneuverability with 11 seconds turn time, and she has, like the Bayern, 380mm guns. She's got 8 of them with a 21-second reload, and they do a really good armor piercing damage, but they also do, in the Warspite, a really good high explosive damage. So this is a bit of a problem with the Bayern. If we look at her, she's got a little bit less health. She's got around about the same kind of armor. She's a bit slower. She's a bit less maneuverable. And she's got 380mm guns, because of course you can't have those pesky Germans have more caliber than the British, can you? So that's why the Warspite has 381mm. She only has a 19-second reload versus the Warspite's 21, but the Warspite does get the reload booster skill. So twice in a battle you can actually speed up the reload considerably, giving you actually a really good reload time. Now look at the Bayern's high explosive damage. It's only just under 900, and this is a common theme across German ships. They tend to have really good armor piercing damage, but the high explosive damage is just not that great. And that's a bit of a problem if you're being faced by destroyers. The Warspite has got 1150 high explosive damage as well, as having almost the same armor piercing damage as the Bayern. She has the 150mm secondaries. She's got 8 of them, so 4 each side. 8-second reload, 500 armor piercing damage, which is very comparable to what the Bayern has. She's got 10. So one more, she's got a much higher reload speed on the secondaries, because also I have spec'd her for secondary reload times. And the Warspite has the automatic secondaries that you normally find on the German battleships, which aren't doing a great amount of damage, but they're kind of nice to see just popping off when something gets too close. She has decent anti-aircraft damage. The Bayern is better on the large caliber, the Warspite's a bit better on the small caliber. So we see the difference here. But all in all, these two are, I think, are really similar ships. They are brawler battleships. They are there to get in close, to fight at close range. And if we compare her to the British and Japanese, the American and Japanese battleships in Tier 6, let's have a quick look. For the Japanese, that would be the mighty Fuso. The Fuso only has 350mm main guns. So look here, 356mm. She does have more. She has got 12 of them, but they don't do the same amount of damage, and they don't have the same punch for citadeling. And the American Tier 6, I haven't played the American lines quite that much yet. The New Mexico has also 356mm guns, also 12 of them. And they don't also do a great amount of high explosive damage. They've got the same problem as the German ones. So as Tier 6 battleships goes, I think the Warspite has a really good setup. She's a brawler battleship, right? With a Fuso, or I don't know, I haven't played the American ones, but with a Fuso, I would try to keep my distance a bit more and try to use that massive broadside at long range. And with something like a Warspite or a Bayern, I would get close in, I would get stuck in, I would fight ships at close range, I would use the high explosive against destroyers. That's a bit of a problem with the Bayern. In return, she has the better secondaries, so that kind of makes up for it. But let's have a look at the equipment that I've set her up with. So unlike my normal battleship setup, I haven't gone with the main battery reload, but I've got with the turret traverse speed, just to get that little bit more of turret traverse. The traverse isn't that great to start with for battleships. It's about 5 degrees per second usually. But I find that I do maneuver around quite a bit with the Warspite, just because I do get close in with it. And that's when I need the additional turret traverse. Other than that, I've got the damage control system mod and I've got the torpedo defense mod. For supplies, I'm running my standard battleship set as well, the improved crew rations for the reload time, the pack for warship hit points, and one for ship speed and ship traverse speed. And in terms of elite bonus, I didn't really see getting the main battery firing range up a bit more being as valuable. So in return, I went with the ship hit points, anti-aircraft damage, and torpedo damage reduction even further. Because if you're fighting close range, you will eventually run into torpedoes at some point. For my commander skills, the standard on tier 1 and 2, the underwater protection expert, and the torpedo alert for less damage and higher detection range. Artillery maintenance is also my stock for battleships, just because 75% of their hit points is a bit more than other ships. And having this additional, especially the shell dispersion for additional precision, is a good thing. Victorious charge to recover some health, and the survivalist to recover some more health, because while we're dishing out, we also take damage. So that's that. Let's give her a spin, see how she plays. All right, we've got a carrier, 3 battleships, 2 cruisers, 1 destroyer. We're top tier, so let's see how this goes. The Congos are very fast battleships. They're great tier 5s. And we're playing Golden Channel, which means it's all about dominating that center. We are probably going to take left flank here and see if we can defend that flank and get some flanking shots in if possible, if anybody's trying to rush the center. So we do have 1 destroyer and 2 cruisers who should be able to rush into the middle and get things done there. And we can always turn in if need be. All right, we've got a Budyonny here with us. I don't quite like the Soviet light cruisers that much, because their torpedoes are just not having the range to do anything, and they are too vulnerable to battleships at close range. They're not easy to play. I do prefer the German ones, even though their torpedo range isn't that great either, but I do like the German light cruisers. And the British ones, there are good ones as well. There are a lot of terrible ones, but there's some good ones. But back to the battle. Let's see. Team seems to be rushing. There's the Farragut. We've got the cruiser with us. The Budyonny can take care of the Farragut. So our job is to focus on things like that Königsberg over there. So let's see that we get around the island. What's the Farragut doing? Farragut's bugging out. Königsberg's rushing, so we just need to get across that island and we can blap him in the side. Okay, there we go. Boom. Ah, 1 citadel. Ah, the Budyonny is not doing so well. The destroyer's coming with us. There's some torps, but they're short range. These were the Königsberg torps. Let's see if we can get a second shot in on him. And actually get the reload booster, because we have a lot of opposition over here. Yep, some good shots there. That's the Farragut again. There's the Fuso. He's pushing the cap. So let's slow down. We don't want to expose ourselves too much. And give her the good news. Hello! Citadels! Oh, there's one of the Congos. Where we got torps. Okay. Is she in secondary range? No. Okay, we're heading into 2 Congos. So let's see if we can quickly get that Fuso dispatched. Ah, so close. Okay. Now we're running into the whole enemy team. 2 Congos, even though this is tier 5, is not a great opposition, so I'm turning over. These things are really quick, but they're only tier 5. Let's get the turrets to catch up. There's an Omaha there trying to set us on fire. Oh, no citadels. Okay. Yeah, let's turn out and get them all to chase us. There comes a Farragut. He wants some battleship action. Let's see if we can hit her with the secondaries. And we don't have the high explosive loaded. Let's turn out the other way, because he's most likely going to have torpedoes out. We don't have the high explosive loaded. We've got the armor piercing in. Yeah. There come the Farragut torpedoes. Let's just get the repair up. Dodge the torpedoes as much as possible. We're going to eat 2 maybe. Okay, control the flooding. Get the turrets out again. There we go. Now we can get some shots off the front against the Congo. There we go, citadels. And let's get behind this island. We're still not controlling the cap. This is no good. There's not much we can do at this point. Who launched torpedoes and where? Is that the Omaha? Okay, that was the Omaha. Yep, launch against the Congo. This doesn't look too good because the enemy controls the cap. And we've let them do that for much too long. Now let's see if we can quickly dispatch of this Congo. He's gonna eat some torps. Let's get shells in. Come on. Let's get this thing down before...
Fast reload activated.
Before we go down as well. Okay, we got her. But now we're oh, there comes the Farragut again. This is not good. So we don't have enough health to do much about this. Let's get the... Let's see if we can get the good shots off still. No, that was it. But we've done 60,000 damage. We've sunk a ship. We've done 6 citadels. We do control the cap in the end, but I don't think it was enough. Let's see if our team can still pull it off. We've gone in there. We've really used our health and pulled a lot of ships out of that defensive position on the bottom right island. Come on, you kill the Farragut. That gets us closer in points. Okay, one more ship. What else is there? The Omaha. Okay, you got 15 seconds. Can you blap that Omaha, please? He's already flooding. Ah, no, that wasn't enough. Come on, König. That salvo? Does it do it? Nope. But we did it on points. Look at this, 486, because we did manage to catch the cap. So, I think we did good on this. We pulled all the enemy ships out of the defensive position, pulling them out to the outer islands. We did sacrifice ourselves in the progress, but it allowed our teams to push into the cap, to catch the cap, and we did enough damage that that this worked out. The independents on our team, look at this. He did really good. Did a lot of damage for a tier 6 carrier. Well played, this man. Well played. The little pro. And I think that was a close game. It was a really close game. We just won. That could have gone either way. The enemy team did great, dominating the cap in the beginning. But this is how I like to play the Warspite. I like to get in. I like to get close. And I like to get these citadels in. So if we have a look at what we did 6 citadel hits, 56,000 main battery damage. We could have done more if we had better positioning in the end, but we did what we could, and we got one ship destroyed, and we got some serious damage in. So I think, while we might have not completely carried it, but I think this was a good game, and this is really how I enjoy the Warspite, doing these massive citadels, getting close in, using the secondaries against destroyers. Things like that. And I think if you enjoy this, if this is how you like playing Battleship, then the Warspite's definitely a good ship for you. If you don't want to buy her or you can't afford her, go for the Bayern, because she's extremely similar and she's having a very similar playstyle. So all in all, that was great fun. Last look, let's take a quick look at the historic camouflage. She has a hit point bonus, main battery firing range bonus, and a shell dispersion bonus, and a further torpedo damage reduction. We've only taken about 2 torpedoes around, and it hasn't done much damage. this battle, but this is all good stuff. So maybe at some point I'll spend the 1500 gold to get the historic camo. And I mean, she's just beautiful. I mean, look at her, right? Look at this thing. She looks amazing. She's still got this First World War battleship look. And at tier 6, I think she's a really great ship. So that's it for today. Thanks everybody, and have a good one.